Hello, friends. Today I want to tap on stick-to-itiveness, right? So it's that time of year where you've likely made some resolutions or some goals or some ideas of habits you want to change. And it can be easy in those first couple of weeks to start to fall off from what it is that we have set out to do. And so I want to tap on that to help you really stick to what it is that you want to do. And yeah, I think we can all relate to struggling with that, whether it's something like wanting to go to the gym more and waking up early and working out before work, or maybe it's about sticking to your marketing with your business, which is obviously crucial as an entrepreneur, or maybe it's sticking to creating healthy meals and actually spending some time in the kitchen and prepping and planning and all of that. These may or may not be all of all of mine, right? So let's go ahead and get into it. So think about the thing that you want to stick to doing, that you have decided that you really want to create some new habits around. And think about how you're feeling about that right now. Have you been able to stick to it? Has it been more sparse, here and there? And on that scale of 1 to 10, where are you falling as far as how you feel like you're doing? If you're really struggling, if you're on the struggle bandwagon, or if you're feeling really good and pumped and that you're going to make this stick. And as we continue to tap, we'll see how that begins to shift for you. All right, so coming to the pinky side of the hand. Even though I've decided on these things that I want to change, and it's been a bit challenging, I love and accept myself. Even though I've made these new commitments to prioritize my time, some days it's hard. And I fully love and accept myself. Even though sticking to the things I know I should do, that I know will make me feel better, personally and professionally, sometimes I really struggle with it. It's hard to stick to it. It's challenging sticking to the routine. I want these new habits to stick. I really want to create the change. But some days are really challenging. Sometimes it's easier to hit the snooze button. But then I end up feeling bad about myself, beating myself up. Not happy. And that's really frustrating. I want these habits to stick. I deserve to make these habits stick. I am worthy of prioritizing my time in order to make these habits stick. Take a nice deep breath in and let it go. It's also making me think back to the video that I did about 2 weeks ago, I think, about tapping into dread and, putting off those things that we want to do, right? And how it's easier to just do it instead of talking about doing it or pushing it back to later in the day, just doing it. Even though I'm struggling with making these habits stick, maybe there's other ways I can support myself. Even though it can be challenging implementing these new habits, I'm committed to figuring it out. Even though making new habits stick is a bit challenging right now, I love and accept myself. I can do hard things. I know if I put my mind to it, I can do it. I know I can do this. I deserve to do this for myself. I know how accomplished I'll feel. How good I'll feel physically, emotionally, mentally. What is it for you? What's the thing that you want to be doing? Think about how that's going to feel. What is that going to feel like in your body? Is it going to make you feel happy? Is it going to make you feel stronger? Is it going to make you feel accomplished, powerful? All of the above, right? I deserve that. I deserve to stick to it. I can strengthen my stick-to-itiveness muscle. I can do hard things. That's a Glennon Doyle quote. I can do hard things. Even though doing these things isn't always easy, it's worth it. And I'm worth it. Even though creating new habits isn't for the faint of heart, I can do this. I can make the time. I can prioritize. And I can think about all the good that's going to come from it. Even though it's hard, I can do hard things. I'm excited. I'm excited about where this can all lead. Making healthier decisions. Healthier decisions for my body. Healthy decisions for my business. Creating a plan and sticking to it. I've got this. I know I can do it. It's deep down there. I want to do it. I deserve to create the change. And that's it. I'm doing it. I'm sticking to it. Take a nice deep breath in. And let it go. And see how you're feeling. I know that was only a few short rounds and we really were keeping it positive there. But if there are specific things that come up as to why you aren't doing this, right? So with maybe planning for food, right? And I know this is something that I'm trying to do more, is really plan out my meals. And it can be easy to get stuck in that, like, oh, it takes too much time, blah, blah, blah. But really what I found is, trying to think of the opposite side of it is like, number one, I'm going to save money if I am going to the store with a list as opposed to like meandering up and down the aisles like I typically do, just throwing a whole bunch of stuff in and then coming home and being like, I don't know what I'm making for dinner, right? So thinking about like the benefits of it and focusing on that, knowing that, yeah, it's not always going to be fun. Looking up recipes maybe if that's like not your thing. But what is that going to lead to? Is it going to lead to more dinners around the table? Is it going to lead to you feeling better in your body, feeling healthier, really nourishing yourself, right? So trying to focus on the positives, but allowing yourself to, feel the struggle of whatever it is that you're struggling with too, right? That's what tapping is all about. Allowing yourself to feel it, moving through it, and knowing that you can get to the other side of it. And the same thing like goes for business stuff, right? I know that a lot of us can really struggle with marketing and putting yourself out there and committing to doing that every single day and in one way or another. And what I have found to be really helpful is making a list of marketing activities so that when I sit down, it's like, okay, this is my marketing hour every single day, and these are the tasks that I can go to. This is what I can do, right? It can be a lot easier when you have a plan and you have everything right in front of you, whether it's for figuring out what it is you want to eat or figuring out what it is you want to to do for your marketing, creating the plan. So if you haven't done that yet for yourself, for these habits that you want to create a plan for them. And then make that promise to yourself, right? We are very quick as humans to, promise things to other people, and we'll show up for other people, and then we don't always do that for ourselves. And be a woman of your word and stick to what it is that you say. And if you're making a resolution or trying to put in a new habit and you don't really want to do it, be honest with yourself, and then don't do it. And then don't have all the back and forth nonsense in your mind. If you don't want to do it, don't do it right now. But if you want to do it, believe that you can do it, promise yourself that you're going to do it, and freaking show up and do it. You got this. I'm sending all the love your way. If you're still struggling, please reach out. If you're an entrepreneur, I encourage you to join me the first Thursday of the month at 11 a.m. for tapping into your business success. I have a whole bunch of events coming up this month. Be sure to check out my website and the events tab, mindshiftwithlauren.com. Sending lots of love, you guys. Take care. Stick to it.